Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from whatever you're watching this channel. Now, Linus KAIKAI has decided to defend the late CDF over the previous accusations by William RUTO, over what Sudi said, and over what the CS for Defense, Aden Duale, previously said when Aden Duale accused the late CDF. And in Linus KAIKAI's take, he says that generals don't overturn elections, but generals overturn governments. So that's a very strong statement coming from Linus KAIKAI. I think it was during his KAIKAI's kicker session, So KAIKAI sought to defend Ogolla, saying that some of these accusations on him were baseless, malicious, and were only meant to taint the image of the KDF fraternity. So I want to take you to the message, the specific message that Linus KAIKAI issued here. But before you do that, please like this video and subscribe to this channel if you've not subscribed before. And to existing subscribers, thank you so much for giving this channel an opportunity to grow. So Linus KAIKAI said this.
A colonel, let alone a brigadier, all the way to the general. So I think that respect should not be tampered with. And I think this Bomas Ogolla thing has been overdone for political reasons. It's been overplayed. We should have hoped that it just disappears from the funeral. It shouldn't turn up. Because remember, the president has asserted many times that Ogolla was among people who wanted to overturn my election. And I just want to say this, Yvonne. Typically soldiers don't overturn election results. They overthrow governments. Yeah.
So this final bit of Linus KAIKAI's statement saying that soldiers don't overturn elections, they overthrow governments. Probably, maybe Linus KAIKAI is right. I want to take you to some of the examples of Francophone countries here in Africa where soldiers have had to overthrow governments. I will go to one specific example that took place last year of Gabon, and I'll be talking about Ali Bongo. And you know what happened? Ali Bongo took a rule for 2 terms, and he was also on his 3rd term. But then the soldiers realized that this president was only serving the interests of the French country, France, and not the interests of the locals. There were cases of corruption, so many cases were there to a level whereby the soldiers could not, agree to another term of Ali Bongo. So Ali Bongo had gone in the election, and I think he had won the 3rd term, or he was winning the third term. And then the soldiers decided, no, this is not going to happen. They took over the government.
To tell them to make noise, For the people here have arrested me and my family. My son is somewhere, my wife is in another place.
Linus KAIKAI is trying to say that soldiers don't they don't overturn election results. I mean, it's like what they were trying to say, that Ogolla had gone to Bomas. The intention there was to overturn the election results. So KAIKAI is defending Ogolla over those accusations. These accusations, you agree with me that if you've been checking some of the things which have been talked about ever since Ogolla passed on, you realize that this issue of Bomas election has always been surfacing as one of the possible reasons why that Kenyans believe could have led to the demise of the KDF, the former KDF boss. So
now, Ogolla was in Bomas because of the poor quality of a civilian instruction. He wasn't there because he was sent by General Kibochi. Well, let's be given some more texts to say who actually sent him. You will realize that he wasn't deployed by the military.
In this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I have highlighted a Francophone country. There are so many other countries. There is Mali, there is Burkina Faso, we have Niger, and we just talked about Gabon. You know, this issue, these countries are countries that have gone through, you know, coup d'etats in Africa. And by the way, if I may take you to statistics of the world, it's alleged that since 1950, the whole world has had 486 attempted coups, you know, according to Al Jazeera. And it says that, the same story says that in Africa, Africa has had 215, or rather 214 attempted coups, with successful coups totaling to around 106 and failed ones 108. So in Africa, only 214 coup d'etats have taken place, but 106 have been successful, 108 failed. And you know the consequences of a failed coup. If you take, for example, Kenya, the issue of Ezekiah Ochuka, you know, he had to be sentenced to death by hanging because of the attempted coup, which was never successful. I think he was only successful for one day. I don't know if my facts are correct, but then there was this, the father-in-law of Aden Duale, Mahmoud, who is alleged that is the one who thwarted that attempted coup, and that's why he rose to the rank of a chief of general staff, a rank that he was promoted by Moi, and I think he was in that capacity until somewhere there 2000. I mean, I think the last term of the former president Moi. So Mahmoud is the one who thwarted that attempted coup that is going by history. So Linus KAIKAI is bringing a very, very important point here, saying that generals don't overturn election results, but they overthrow governments. I think Linus KAIKAI is right. If the KDF wanted to take over the government, they could have overthrown the government and say that we don't want the person who's been promoted or who's been pronounced by Chebukati. We are taking over this government until further notice. So you organize another election, but we are barring this particular individual from contesting. That would have been the case.
And in the West African belt, where the space, that respect between civilian rule and military might is very thin, they've done it a couple of times. There is an entire belt of the Sahel right now that is under military rule. Yeah. And something you need to notice, they're not even senior military, they're not generals. These are captains, these are colonels who are politically engaged.
So Linus KAIKAI, at this point, I think is right. Generals don't overturn election results. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen, about this statement from Linus KAIKAI? Do you agree with him? Or if you don't, or if you do, either way, please just go there on the comment section and offer your feedback regarding that.
And I mean, when you listen to the president of Burkina Faso and the president of Mali, they are switched on. They understand the issues and all that. Now, when that respect collapses, those are the environments. So we need to give our military the respect they deserve. They are not the typical military of other parts of the world.
So perhaps if you watch this video and do not subscribe, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video, and until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.